In life, we have moments of time to make a difference for someone. I've had some delightful days where I've met someone and had a long conversation. It's been wonderful to learn that they cared about that conversation too, and a week later found myself important to them. Then we spent a little more time together, and it continues to become deeper in its relationship. But what I don't like is when people think that that's all it is in life, that they weren't put on someone's path because the Lord didn't put them there. Exactly how do people think that God plans lives, I can't say. But what I can tell you is that in life, the Lord plans a lot. And the truth is, I know a lot more today than I did 5 years ago about God, about how He literally works in the world, and about how angels move things around for us when we monkey in our own lives. So many women I have met have really failed to recognize a man's prowess. Now that is going to be a hot topic and maybe an insult to men and women, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to say, who do you think plans the world? How do you think the Lord knows every single animal that there is? And how is it that when I need something, I can find it by simply listening in my soul to the angelic chorus that surrounds our lives and protects our lives? When I talk about real things, people understand. When I talk about holy things, people are less likely to understand. The reason is that they are not walking the path that I'm walking. They're not living the way that I'm living. They're not breathing the way that I breathe, and they most certainly are not seeing or hearing the things that I hear. Now, when I say hear, I'm talking about how when we talk to someone, if we listen deeply within our soul, if we take ourselves out of the equation, we become selfless and worry about how to make someone feel good and how to ensure that they're getting honesty and integrity from us, that literally the words that we should say will come to mind. It could be our forefathers literally whispering from the past. It could literally be things that come out of books that we read. It could literally be that angelic force that's around us, that's protecting us, that's trying to help us connect with other people. But it could also be a divine plan that the Lord has made. I've met several women in my lifetime that literally totally missed out on what God had planned for us as a partnership, whether that was in business or whether that was in interpersonal relationships or whether that was just in social fun. I know this for a fact because of my gifts, and frankly, you want to have your abilities checked? Well, by all means, come over and let's have a talk. But openly, I can read people across the planet is true. It's a little scary for them, but it's also absolutely true, and I'm always amazed at how people can validate the things that I'm saying to them. Because literally, I just open my heart and I say, Lord, let me know what to say. But in life, there's one individual that I long to see. That individual has played a game a little bit on my life, has sort of made a monkey out of me, which is a little bit why I've probably joked for a long time that her children are called the Monkey Boys. But in truth, what I'm really talking about is the fact that people monkey around in God's plans. They literally don't recognize the biblical scripture that says, if there's a breakdown in communication, then you simply make amends. You be the first to bend. You be the first to apologize. You be the first to say, hey, this didn't work out so well, let's fix it. If, for God forbid, that isn't good enough for the other party, then literally you're supposed to go and talk to a balanced individual, someone who is impartial in the issue, and literally say, listen, I'm having some trouble here. I'm hoping you can literally help me to talk to this individual to bring about some greater wisdom in them, or literally to bring about some greater peace between us. Now, in life, we have moments of time to do the right thing and the moments of time to do the wrong thing. I've experienced a lot of strangers doing the absolute right thing all the time, and openly, when people do things that are right, they should be rewarded for it. As I go forward, I'm going to continue to make little thank you notes about the people who did kind things along my journey back to health. That health I'm talking about is physical health, because a man decided to monkey in all of my records, encouraging birth family to then lie, steal, and cheat me out of the informational health that I need, that I know I need because of what I did in terms of work more than 20 years ago. There's literally a nurse in a particular system that has ruined my medical records with her lie to herself about what she thought she had the right to ask me after all this time. There are other people who literally will not address me as the appropriate place and the appropriate time, but that's okay. But when I have a loving moment with someone, I expect it to sort of be that loving moment for them too. Maybe that's foolishness, maybe that's naivety, but when I literally spend an afternoon giving up my plan for the day with an individual, or spending a lot of time trying to reach out to someone, I sort of expect that they're mature enough to handle the relationship that they've established, that they literally went about creating through their own concepts of talking, of sharing information, of asking questions, and literally of allowing me to either read for them or simply talk with them. Now, in life, we have moments of time to make a difference for someone. What I have found in the last several years of my life is that there is someone who is literally monkeying my life. I know this for a fact because when I lived in my apartment, someone was coming in and moving things about in my home. That was ill-will. I also know because many things were stolen from my house. Legitimate items that I owned were stolen out of my home. What's amazing is a few of those items continue to come back. When I was traveling in my car, someone would always take something or move it about. And I can't say how that would happen because it sure as heck wasn't me, but openly I have a visual memory, and for the most part, I know exactly what I've taken, exactly what I own, and exactly why I'm yawning. I can't say other than the high-pitched signal that I often hear. In life, we have moments of time to make a difference for someone. I am legitimately tired, but it's because I walk for miles and miles and miles in the community. You see, when they unlawfully took my vehicle, they took away my right to have transportation. That entire vehicle was paid in full, and now I have discovered that someone has literally stole my license plate and my title to a vehicle that's actually stuck or already sold from impound. In life, we have moments of time to prove who we are. The thieves of the land steal us of our property, of our paperwork, and our personal time. The loving people of the Lord know that He puts people together on a path. He puts them on a path together for the long term. If there's a breakdown in communications, it's never one side of the story's fault. It's both sides. But the person who goes and pursues peace might be higher in God's house than the one who wants to keep the tyranny going. In life, we have moments of time to prove who we are in the God's house above, if you're a person of faith. And if you're not a person of faith, then you should certainly stay out of those realms, because we don't need the monkeying in the spirit world or in the darkness to come about. Now, I literally have Charlie horses all the time. It's not true, but I do have a bad one in the last 2 days because of the volume of walking I've been doing. You'd think I'd be in prime shape, but I know that my birth mother did something illegal and immoral to my situation. And we have the proof of that. I just want her to tell the truth and tell me what she did, so I'll know how to handle it after she does. But if she doesn't tell the truth, she could really end up in federal prison. And that's disconcerting, because at her age, she wouldn't survive it. My late father would always say her name plus her middle name when she was doing something absolutely stupid or silly. I can remember and hear his voice saying, "Dorothy Claire," which means he was tired of her crap. I get that too because I'm very much like my late father. My father passed 2 years ago and I miss him every single day. When I look at the videotape sometimes I can see my dad in my face, and I love the fact that I have his nose. I openly know that my face structure is a lot like his. And even in my baldness, the amount of hair I have is kind of like what he had. I miss my dad a lot. Most people miss their grandfather or their grandmother, but I miss my father, who died 2 years ago, 4 days before his 85th birthday. He sort of knew when it was time to go. He sort of knew he wouldn't make it to 85. He told us that regularly, but I think he put his intention into it. In life, we have a moment in time to make a difference for someone. And if I look sort of lazy-eyed, it's because I'm trying to figure out in the dark where the video camera spotlight is, because it doesn't really light up a whole lot. In life, we have a moment in time to be something for someone, and I highly encourage you to take those moments, multiple moments, really make it out there, really try and be out loud and proud in terms of how you love on people, how you spend time with them, how you acknowledge the Lord saying, you two are a fit spiritually. You might not be a fit chronologically, you might not be a fit physically, but you are a fit spiritually. That the things you like to talk about are the things this man does. The things this man does are the things you like to talk about, and openly, in that regard, we have to be very thankful for what we can do in a short period of time with the good weather and a good sunny day. I mention this only because I was drying my laundry that I washed last evening at a park this morning, or early in the mid-afternoon, I can't remember which, in a park on a different side of town. Being cold overnight, I was able to handle my laundry without it causing a foul smell, which we all know comes about because of things being wet and stored improperly. In life, we have a moment in time, to tell people, oh my goodness, I must be really tired to be yawning through this, but you can see it's totally authentic news. I can't imagine some newscaster on a television program doing that, but maybe they do. In life, we have moments of time to really make a difference for people. I encourage you to do that today.